challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Puts one in the pocket. Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Neither of them willing to back off here. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Well-timed corner kick. Gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The jump in catches them. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Saw that coming. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. That's a counter. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Charges forward. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fighters planning something. Reversal. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely... burnout activates. Looking for a chance. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Clutch anti-air. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Oh, yo! Rock over here! Flatline zone. That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Smart throw. That'll do more damage than usual. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Throws them to negate the block. Gets the jump in. Takes the chance to hurt him. Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Gets out of the corner. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What's the next move? There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Doesn't miss a beat. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Springs forward with the drive rush. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Closes with the throw. Hitting him with a smart stuff. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters feel each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Puts one in the pocket. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? What are these fighters thinking now? Starts off zoning with fireballs. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Takes the chance to hurt him. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Player 2 can't afford to get hit yet. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The jump in is denied. Big counter. Throws them to negate the block. Good work staying in throw range there. They break things off to take a quick breather. G-right kick for a mix-up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. It's a good spot to use the super. They just made that very KO. Player 1.
a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Big counter! Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. Decides to puff up while they can. And that's a KO! Timed that perfectly. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? And how will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Did well to get the buff in there. Pops him with a shorty. Hits with the overhead. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. But they're going for the super art? That's a counter. Gets the combo. Crowns him from a KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It brushes that off and keeps going. Quick dashing. Carries them all the way to the corner. This can lead to some big damage. Player one can't use drive anymore. This is gonna hurt. Closes it out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. How's this? Still very early in the round. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Checking how their opponent reacts to Fireball. Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. All right, what's coming up next? Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Gets so. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Nice cross-up. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Drive gauge is looking bad. What do they do now? Is it time to go on the offensive, or will they try to turtle up? Quick dashing. Going in? And burnout activates. Oh, they can't squander this punish counter chance. Player two sends the meter, hoping for a good return. Side switch in the corner. Zones with the fireball. Closes the gap. This can lead to some big damage.
Here I go!
No, are they actually dead? Couldn't finish them off. Can they still take the round? Players do burn out, but they may have a what a finish. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Good decision with that throw. What's next? Player two needs to wait this out. Here comes, will this super art do anything? Goes avoiding the wall like a flip. Turns out. No resources to work with. Putting it all on the line. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
Here comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Denies the attack and
My chance!
good anti-air. Wow, shut down. Player one with the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? All right, what's coming up next? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Reads them. Takes a trip. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Life lead opens up. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. This is a prime opportunity. Springs forward with the drive rush. The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Easily escapes that drive rush to keep it going. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player two needs to use the victim with a stop and bop. A quick breather. That is out the gauge right there. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin-for-yuken.
This is the path I have chosen.
Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play forward rush. Big gate reads the jump in perfectly. Dangerous range here. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Things are very tense. And it closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who will come out on top in this final round? This is gonna hurt. Nice fireball. Throws them. Player two can't let the drive rush. Player two has the super gauging and excellent block. These guys are not giving each other any time. All in with the rush. Taking chunks out of each other here. Forward rush. I'm not getting moved. Links it. Player one is in a very strong set off. Flatlines them. Player one made some smart moves there. Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. Throw connects and does big damage. They hit each other. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. They need to hold out. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Takes a trip. Sticks the jump in. Checks them with the projectile. Will they try to springs forward with the drive rush? Player one can't afford mistakes without that. To come from the brink like that, what a comeback. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Not shy with the grab. Did well to get the buck in there. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Oh, burnout triggered. It's a good spot to use the super. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. We have burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Okay, here we go. Life lead is there, but still any flaw critical. What's gonna happen? A clean KO. Nice leader alert. That was the highest if I've ever seen. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who will come out on top in this final round? Drops them from the air. Made it all in with a rush. Fire jump in perfectly. They trade hits. Punish counter sets the table. What's next? Solid anti-air. What are they gonna do? What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen.
Great match.
Vale gorro, banda. No se ha armado. Esos Drive Impact me traen, pero sí. Por la calle de la amargura. ¿Otro? Sí, claro. Sí, muchas gracias, mi cielo. Quedó excelente, ¿eh?
Here comes a new challenger.
Denme el beneficio de la duda,
Our
banda.
fighters are pumping themselves up and are
Hoy sí no
raring
me
to
ha
go.
ido nada,
Who's gonna come
nada
out on top in
bien.
this fight?
My pleasure.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. Jump in, finds the mark. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Impacts are no-go. Decides to meet them in the air. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. I can't keep track of these corner switches. The grab misses. Gets the jump in. Knockdown. Player one with a super art connect goes end to end with a breezing hawk. Nice damage. Player one has completely used all of their drives in there. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Not having the process. Spot on blocking. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player one will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Their timing was on point though. That perfect parry may lead to something. Mexican Typhoon! Bumps up.
Let's go.
Gotta be careful not to KO. Player two played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch.
a new challenger.
Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Gotta do this. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Not letting that go. Asks to be let out of the corner, but it's a no. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Well-timed command throw there. Player two is just about out of drive after that. Puts one in the pocket. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Can't tech the throw? Takes a trip. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Knockdown and finishes it with anti-air. Player one with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Can they stop this life with experiencing burnout? Both fighters planning something? Player two, just goes for it at this range. Closes the gap. Quick breather. Pops him with a shorty. Full stop on the Condor win. Crowns him from above. Goes end to end with a blazing hop. Nice damage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jumps in. A trade. Now what? And whip. They're wide open. Looks up. This is going to deal some big damage. Player one is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Will this drive gauge gap inside the round? Player two can't let this simmer. Drops him hard. Awesome. It blinks it. There's a burnout. Super Art to show up what a PhD fighter can do. Comes off the tank and scores the win. Player two faced a giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Does a good job of pushing back. Definitely answers the air attack. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes low. Experiencing burnout. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? Player two in trouble with no drive. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, nice counter. Goes for the super art. Goes end to end with a blazing hop. Nice damage. Now, can they finish the job? Player one will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Tomahawk buster. A quick breather. Jumps in. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Are we gonna see a comeback here? G-right kick for a mix-up. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one with the rhythm owning that space. Doesn't touch it low. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts punching hard. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is gonna hurt. forward rush, turning them inside out and throwing them into the spin cycle. Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. Wow, reads the counterattack. Will this super art do anything? Excellent read. Player licks it. Condor wins, maxed out. A projectile to say, get off him. What are they gonna do? Reads the jump in perfectly. This is it. A real test of nerves here. Denies the jump in attempt. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Mexican Typhoon. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Did well to get the buff in here. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Goes for the super art? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive. They get the stun. This is a huge opportunity to end the round quickly. Gutsy play with KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Grabs them. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 chases them down. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Burnout activates. Player 2 just goes for it at this range. Player 1 hits him with a stop and bop. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Not close enough for the throw. Sure you can? Player 1 will look KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. The last, what a smart throw. Jinrai gets him with a Euro step. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Player 2 is looking perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 1, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player 1 is in a very good spot now. How's this? Oh, putting the cherry on top. With all age with the rush. Closes it out. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Puts one in the pocket. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. The throw is escaped. These two fighters are perfectly synced. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Shoots off a fireball up close. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round. Scores a counter hit with the OD mix. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 finishes it with the anti-air. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do. Hits them with a stop and pop. Picks the drive reversal. Spends some drive gauge on the reversal. Things are slow going. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Both fighters are out of charges forward. They're going for the super art. Dashes tomahawk plus. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Drive rush to keep it going. Start the push, sends up with the jump in. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge will come in with the cross. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. They're back into the corner. Overhead attack. Breaks it off. This is a complete shutdown. Vic Rashid looking for something with Kisara. Player 1, ooh, what a smart throw. Both excellent lead. Reversal. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art. All in with the rush. Catches out the cage right there. This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. What's next? A real test of burnout. Did they mean to do that? Dangerous, cleared for landing. Starts with whirlwind. Links it. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta move. Taking a move. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Both fighters will want to make something happen while avoiding burnout state. Are they going to press on the attack or hang back? Just out of range for that throw. They both need to stand firm here and deal with an empty drive gauge. They break things off to take a quick breather. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Life lead opens up. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Goes end to end with a blazing hop. Nice damage. Charges forward. Closing moments of the match. Burnout activates. In there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start. They timed that just right to get the perfect parry. Jumps. Reads them. Player 1 has the life advantage. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner here. Quick breather. Gotta be careful not to whip delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Springs forward with the drive rush. Good decision with that throw. Activate the star to get them help on the field. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Hook rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Parry. This is gonna hurt. Hooks them. This is going to deal some big damage. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Starts with whirlwind. All in throw connects. Will this super art do anything? Player 1 needs to take advantage of this game instead. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Breaks through with the throw. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, pop that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Spends the gauge for the drive, going on the offensive? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Player 1 chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Sticks the jump in. Gets them. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Close them. What's next? Decides to buff up while they can. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their grounding. Escapes with the reversal. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Throw connects and does big damage. Activates the star to get some help on the field. Player 1 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? There's a change of sides. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Blocks it. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Closes it out! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Brushes that off and keeps going. Starts the flip with Arabian Cyclone. Full combo! Let's go! So solid with the mixer anti-aim! Wall flat into the guard break! Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that big forward rush. Jump! Gets him with a Euro step. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player perfectly executed. Now as catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Closes the gap for the grab. Goes for the fireball. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Lily's neutral game is now even more dangerous. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Drive rush to keep it going. Rising uppercut. Pokes with a medium kick. Both can end the round now. And the drive gate, burnout activates. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. KO! Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Where you go? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Throws them to negate the block. Good work staying in throw range there. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Hits them with a stopping block. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Springs forward with the drive rush. Watch out! Typhoon coming through! Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with their fireball. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Noticeable luck wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Where you go? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 has used up all of their drive games. Can they outlast it? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Throws him down. Taking stock. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Drive gauge finally recovers. Knockdown. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. I think they want to calm things down and reset the pace. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player burnout! Expect the tempo of the match KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Checks him with a projectile, parries the jump in to shut it down. Nice stuff. They timed their parry to activate just as the jump in was coming and triggered the perfect parry. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to claw this round. They got him so quick. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. The throw whips. Barely blocks the jump in. Sneaks in above. Connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player 2. No! This will break him. Okay, here we go. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Nice fireball. Meets them air to air. This is gonna hurt. Perfect flash them. Are we gonna see a comeback? Reads the jump in perfectly. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Checks with a sandblast. Changes the pace with a fireball. Noticeable luck links it. There's a burnout. They pushed their way out of the corner. They didn't take the throw. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!